Hello, this is Lucy Fox from Lucy Fox Arts. Welcome to the Fox Den. Today I have a small haul to show you guys. I still did not receive the last two mythographic that I bought last year. I already complained at Amazon, but they're not doing anything about it, so I'm kind of considering them lost. It would be Wolf Moon by Gloria Shugleva, and I think Summer something by Joseph Cadenbang. Wild Summer, I think? Something like that. Are these two, I think, that are missing. Oh, and also Aquatic is also missing. I think it's also by Joseph Cadenbang. I'm not sure right now. But I did receive a box from stuff I had ordered from Lireka. I think it's Lireka? I'm not sure how I pronounce this, but I know it's French, so I'm not sure. And something came from a Chinese bookstore. Let's start with the small ones. Okay. This is from the same collection of Boule de Pois, but this one is not by Diane Dufour. Let me see. It is illustrated by Christophe Alexis Perez. Yeah. Yeah. Christophe or Christopher? No, it's Christophe Alexis Perez. It is a Japanese theme. There's a little bit about the author here. An intro, I think, is written by the author, if I'm not mistaken. It is a very, I usually don't love these kind of patterny stuff, but there is a lot of pages here that I would not color, but there are others that I really like this one, for example. I think would be nice to use my acrylic paint pens. This one I love. I don't like the ones that have the pattern, but I like this. So what I would do probably would be just paint with acrylic paint and cover. Painting with acrylic paint around it and cover it all, a matte paint. Or probably PVA paint, I think would do better. I like this one. This one reminds me a little bit of Rita Berman. I mean, it's not really her style, but something about it just brings me back to her. Something like this. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna do a really quick flip through. These are I don't like these. I also don't like these. These patterns, no, they would drive me mad. I guess I could do them with gel pens, but nah, I don't think I would have the patience. Here is okay one, because I don't think I need to do anything with these patterns within the circle, and I could just cover this with paint. And I would like to color the flowers and the kitties. The same for this one. This is basically water, so I could just cover this with acrylic markers or acrylic pens or maybe acrylic paint. I like this one. This is the type of thing that is not a pattern per se, but it's a style. It's a Japanese style of illustration, similar to the one of the big wave that I would like. This one is okay, but I don't know, I don't love this, especially because of the way the hands were made. I think I would like better if there were some details. I'm wondering if this is a stamp. What is it called? I don't know. Angela Harding, she does that. She stamps. She sculpts the image and stamps into the paper. I'm starting to wonder if these are not stamps. They don't look like it, but there are some. The fact that these lines are much thicker than the background, I'm starting to think so. Because there are a line differentiation in Japanese art, but it's not that much. I mean, this is super thin and this is super thick. It's more like this. This is more typical of Japanese art. You will find thicker lines in the forefront. It will gradually thinning to represent distance, but it's like it's a linear thinning, right? This is medium, this is thin and thinner, thinner. It's something progressive. It's not like out of the blue. I like this one quite a bit. I can just really paint over these lines because they represent water, right? So I could just paint them with a light matte blue. Sorry guys, I'm catching a bug is the reason I didn't record anything. My throat hasn't helped me much lately. Definitely don't like this one. I could not see a flip through. I did not find a flip through. That's why I'm doing this one. I like this one a lot. This tiger is beautiful. It looks like those, it reminds me more of the Chinese art, kind of like the lion dogs. Very common during the lunar year in celebrations and events, but this reminds me of more Chinese art than Japanese. I don't like these. I like this style because this is a very traditional Japanese style. I just don't like these patterns because they don't follow the folds of the fabric, so I don't know. And also here, these little screens, most of the time the screens were made of rice paper, so why all these lines? I don't know, I didn't like this. But the landscapes, I'm finding I quite like them a lot. Oh, I like this one. This looks like a yokai. It's like a spirit animal of sorts in Japanese mythology and Shintoism as well. This is, I don't know, I was gonna say I like it, but then I saw this weird honeycomb pattern in the back. Nah. I would cover that, but I would do the dragon, because this is like, similar to the way coins were made back in, I think the Edo period? No. Yeah, I think the late Edo period or something like that. Or maybe it was during the Meiji. I think Meiji period. I could be wrong. I don't want to say something completely off here. I don't like this, but it's very Japanese-like. But again, the clothes, the way he made the patterns, is really flat. So this is what I didn't like. But I think I would just completely use a solid color on the fabric, so I could color this just fine. These are just bubbles. I can keep a few and erase most of them. This is pretty cool. I like it. This would be interesting to do with gouache, I think. Or even maybe with the Gansai Tambi paints. Yeah, I think this would be really nice. This is nice, but I like this as an illustration, but I would not color this. But I like this as a black and white illustration. I think it's pretty. This is nice too. I just don't know why he felt like he needed to fill every inch, every millimeter of the back page with weird patterns. Really, it makes no sense to me. That's something I didn't like. This is called a tanto, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And this is definitely look like a yokai, which is a person with a fish head. It's a type of yokai, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I like the waves because this is very the Great Wave kind of painting. And that would be nice to color with something opaque, probably my paint pens. This is nice, ignoring the background, of course. The same here. I like it, but ignoring the background. This is really nice. I like this dragon. It's the kind of dragon we see, because of these lines are very jagged. We see this in sculpted right into a wood board kind of thing. But yeah, this is nice too. I like it, despite this weird background here. Let me see. This is, I like this. I like this a lot. This would be really nice to make a gradient of color following these lines, but covering them up, you know, and then you would blend the colors with the acrylic paint pen all the way to the horizon. So I would probably do yellow, orange, and all the way to probably either blue or just purple. I would like that a lot. This is nice for an underwater scene. I like this one. This one is nice. It would be really nice to practice wood texture. You can do wood planks. It would be really nice. This one as well. I think I'm gonna like using my markers, my acrylic markers on this one. I don't like this one. Weird patterns. And the crane is like, I don't know. I know these are supposed to be clouds, but I think it would be way too many alterations. I'm not sure. I could. This one is a pattern I could do, ignoring all the others, but I could do the flowers because they're not too small. So I could do that. And the reason I'm thinking I wanted this book is because I want to keep something in near my bed. So if I'm not able to sleep, I can just color something more like mindless, just so I can relax enough to sleep. This is nice. This is a pattern I understand, you know. This is a Japanese type of back pattern, and it doesn't require too much. I could really just leave it that way. This one, I don't know. Again, the clothes pattern bothers me. This is nice. This is really nice. You know what else would be good? Oh god, oil pastels. It would be nice here, especially for the larger areas, to make it a little bit, not abstract per se, but a little more loose and painterly. No, that would be nice. I like it. I like this a lot. This is like a cataract, right? Like a falls. I'm thinking cataracts because I'm thinking of Iguazu Falls, which we call cataract. Iguazu cataracts. So, which is cataracts is not the illness, it's the pattern of the falls. If it falls like vertically, drop down, and is really high volume, we call them cataracts. In Portuguese, I mean. This is very Chinese-like. I like this one. I think I like landscapes. As long as I don't have weird patterns. I mean, this is nice. We could just use this as a guidance for colors. This is really nice. And the line is thin enough that it's not going to be too difficult to cover it up. This is not my vibe. Definitely not my vibe. Yeah, this is nice. This one is nice too. I would again just erase these weird prints, but the one here on the little fan is nice. The one on her fabric is nice. Her hair is nice. I like it. This is I don't know. It feels too crowded. I don't know. I could do it, but it's very crowded, and I know I've seen this type of art, and this is what makes me think of stamping, which is not stamping. There is a name for that. Linoleum. When you carve into linoleum, some things that were from ancient Japan, and some in, I'm not going to say ancient China, but from more traditional old China art, that would sculpt it in wood, similar to the way they do in linoleum nowadays, and they would stamp these, and that's why it looks flat and a bit crowded. I don't know. This makes me think of stamping, stuff like that. This one is really nice. I like this. This is not creepy or weird. This has definitely a proper sense of depth. I like this. I could do metal here. Really nice. I like it. I do think that these were made in Procreate, I think. Not Procreate, the app necessarily, but something akin to that. Maybe Illustrator, I don't know. Because this looks like vector image. And I don't love this, but everything else is pretty good. Oh, I like this. I like the scenes of water stuff when it's a Japanese style. I like it. It attracts me. Oh, this is no. Oh, this is nice. I like this one. Look at this horse. This is really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very folk art. It's Japanese folk art. This, I like it a lot. Meh. These ones, no. Oh, this is cute, but it's way too crowded. Definitely not my vibe. Same here. Oh, this I like. I like this one as well. I just find I find it funny that it says Japan when there's a lot of Chinese stuff here as well. I love the one from the rabbits. These are nice. You can practice fur. I need to get better at fur. I like these. Ignoring the background, I would just turn it all into water. I like this one. This would be nice to paint in the middle of the night when insomnia hits. This one is nice. This one is nice. I like it. I like this one too. These two. This is very Chinese-like. This tiger and dragon theme is not so common in Japan. It's more common in Chinese mythology. You are more likely to see dragons and bears. Now lions and tigers are more of a Chinese thing. It's not that it's not present, because there were a lot of intersection of the cultures, but it's not as common or as typical. This is really nice. I like it. Nah, this is not my jam. Also not my jam. Again, I don't like how the line doesn't have a depth linearity, because that would be the typical for Japanese art of a certain time. This is nice. I think these are rice fields, right? And these are lilies. This is not my jam. This is cool. I like it. I like this one as well. Nah, this is just weird. Looks like a dead fish. It reminds me of Magikarp's, the Pokemon Magikarp, with the dead fish look. This is nice. I like it. Oh, I like this one too. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, this is nice. I like it. Same here. I like this one. I like this. This is nice too for when you want to just sit down and color something fast, because the book is already small. Let me see. It's probably 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, so it's really small. This is nice. No, this I don't like. This I like. This is just not my jam. Yeah, and that's it. These are like repetitions of images that are in the book that you can't tear down. Yeah. Well, I liked less than I thought I would, but I liked it. I'll definitely color in it, so it will serve its purpose for me. This is Japan by Le Petit Carré, illustrated by Christophe Alexis Perez. Next, we got this also came with the Lireka, alongside with the Japan one. They're not new by any means. They're just new to me. Sorry, I know it's shaking. These are A Million Baby Animals by Lulu Mayo, and A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo. I did not have these two, and I wanted to compare to other Lulu Mayo books, mostly to compare the paper. It is thinner, much thinner, than the English ones and even the Brazilian ones, really. This is printed in Spain. It's by Editions First, which is, it's the same that prints Romantic Country 1 and 2 by Eddie in French versions. It's the same publisher, but that one is by a different branch of this publisher. It's called Konnichiwa, but it's the same parent company of sorts. They're both by First Editions. I wanted to compare to see if it handles water well, because I know the other ones, it just gets really speckled and absorbs the water so fast that it kind of stains the paper, so you don't get a lot of room to play with. So I wanted to play with this. It arrived yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to play yet. But I did choose these two because I did not have it. I saw, who did I see? I think it was Erica at Colors. I saw her coloring something in this book. I don't know what it was. A sheep? A pig? I have no idea what it was, but all I know is I thought it was really cute. I like Lulumeo. Yeah, I think it was this pig, wasn't it? I don't know, but I'm gonna mark this right now because I will forget if I don't do it now. And I will mark for Piggies for Piggy. I think that's the hashtag. Just to honor Jo for what she did and thank her, because her initiative with the coloring for cancer is really... Oh, I love this one. I'm gonna mark this. And she was amazing. I mean, what she did was like insane, really. She was incredible. I don't even know how she managed to put all of that together, because it takes a lot of effort to come up with something like this and organize and manage a bunch of people that would do the live stream. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jo at Piggy Pants Tube, she created this initiative to help the International Cancer Research Foundation. I think that's the name of the foundation that she was advocating for. She set a goal to raise funds for cancer research, which is awesome, really incredible. I think they managed to raise over 10k pounds, which is wow. You know, our community is a small community compared to other communities out there, and we still managed to do that together. So we as a community, I mean, all I did was donate a little bit of money, and that's all. I do think it was amazing, and I do want to color something for Piggy. So this would be a good one. I was looking for one. There was one in, I think, Kanokoi Guza, but considering how many wishes I have for my March, and we're already halfway through March, then that would be unfeasible, I think. So I decided to, since these ones arrived, decided to go for something a bit simpler. It's another Jaguar, by the way. I love this. I really like it. No, I think this is a leopard. Yeah, this is not a Jaguar. This is a leopard. Mostly because of the background. That's the kind of terrain that you can find leopards in, but you don't find jaguars. Jaguars are a rainforest animal. It's a super fast flip through that I'm doing here. Oh my god, can you see? Oh, look at this. Oh, I love otters. Wow, is this a phoenix? No, that's a peacock, right? I don't think there are any imaginary animals here. Wallabies or kangaroos, and there's a koala in the kangaroo pouch or the wallaby pouch. I don't know. All I know is lately I've been a lot into Lulumeo. For the good chunk of years, I was never fond of this, simply because it's so stylized. I never know how to color, so it's really difficult for me to color Lulumeo, but I do want to learn, and I do feel that sometimes I can just go a bit crazy. I did color 1 million kittens, maybe, I think. I did color a cat purple, like completely, you know, insane color. So that's something I'm trying to play with and explore more. So, oh, look at this, so cute. And typically I don't love something that is single theme for a book. I mean, unless it brings enough variety. Like sea creatures, for example. Ocean themes, like I don't like Lost Ocean by Johanna Basford, for example. But this one is like, I think, crazy enough that you can do whatever in this book. So I thought I would get it. Also, there was one scene specific here. Yeah, I think this was this one that I thought was super cute. And I saw this on, I think was Lily's channel. Yeah, Art Journey UK, Lily. I have to try remember to tag them. I always, every time I mention the channel, I always like to give them a shout out and tag them. I know my channel is super small, they're much bigger than me, but I think, you know, I don't know, it's only fair, I think, you know? If I saw something in a channel, I will talk about the channel I saw it in, because to me it was useful and helpful. By the way, I love watching Lily, she's one of my favorite channels. I think it was this one. I don't know. Now I'm confused. But it was one full of dolphins and ocean thingies. I don't know, but I think it was. Anyway, the point of getting this at Lireka was, well, they were somewhat affordable. But then again, Lulumeo is most of the time affordable. Even in Brazil, which is really rare. But I wanted to test the paper, so I will do a few comparisons with other books I own by Lulumeo. Okay, these are my Lulumeos. I was really wanting this book. Oh, this is Diane Dufour. I love Diane Dufour. I know that not everyone loves her because of her maybe sketchy style. I don't know. I don't know what people don't like about her. I love her. I fell in love with Boule de Poire and the Nuno Therapy. And I even think she has another one. She has, I think, Nature, also by Art Therapy. And then I think Annika, Exifumbles, at Exifumbles, she did this one. And it was amazing, really. And I think she used gouache or watercolors. I don't remember, but it was one of them. And it was amazing. And the paper took it really well. So, oh, I'm excited. I also did an experiment on this page already. Here, this one. I was testing my Chinese watercolors. Also, I saw that on Exik Fumbles. And it's these ones. I wrote this one because I got the translation and I wrote to know what it was. I painted with PVA paint, white paint, and then I wrote it on top just to know. And I was playing with them a little bit. And I had this little, it's actually a candle holder. I bought them at Daiso and they were like dirt cheap. And it's very good quality. They're really, really thick glass, but they're really tiny and small. Let me see. I have a thinker. It's like less than 2 inches diameter. No, it's 2 inches. 2 inches diameter, which is around 5 centimeters, give or take. And so it's really small. And I wanted to mix 2 colors of this palette. It was not autumn. It was early spring, I think. Yes, that's the one. I wanted this and this. And also a little bit of this. Because I wanted to see, I didn't find any whites in this set, or blacks. And I wanted to see if this, which is almost like a buff titanium, but a bit more pinkish. I wanted to see if this could lighten up any of the colors. And I wanted this to be a little more leaning a bit of a cooler purple, which means leaning toward pinkish type of purple, just a little, because this is very bluish type of purple. Almost, I would even say blue-violet. It's all very muted, very Art Deco kind of thing. And I wanted to cool it a bit, so I added this, and then I added this to sort of lighten it. And it worked, but I did mix up way too much. It was for another project. I'm doing something in Magical Worlds. I was playing with it. I also wanted to test Magical World, how it would behave with this paint, which worked fine, really. And I had a ton left over, so I had just received this book, and I feel that would be a more appropriate color for... Not appropriate, there's nothing appropriate about coloring. You do whatever the heck we want, there are no rules. But I wanted to see how this book would handle, because, well, it is single-sided, which I'm so happy about. But I did want to test it, and I had tons left over, so I just painted it. I didn't want to throw it away. And also I didn't have anywhere else to store it. I usually have small pots, but they're all used up for now, so I knew I eventually have to throw it away. Of course, some of it went away, but I managed to use up most of it here, and I was so happy. And I was not economical in terms of how much water I put in and everything else. I did find that these watercolors are a bit streaky, but I love that they dry matte and they are a bit more opaque, because that was kind of the point of me getting those. And they're also very creamy, which I like. And nothing leaked through. I didn't even use I was living dangerously because I didn't even put a paper in between here. And nothing happened, thank goodness. I absolutely love this book. Love it. And I think my favorite is this one. Well, I love Auroras. One day I'll tell you all about why I love them, but absolutely love Auroras. And everything about it. There's one that the dragon has a tartan on his wing, and I'm like, this is the most Scottish thing I've ever seen. And I loved it. Let me see where I can find it. And this book is so fun. This is so fun. This has Lululemon vibes type of fun, but with less surreal, crazy images. They make more sense, you know, they're cohesive. And I love this. I absolutely love this. This one is so fun. It's like a llama. Oh, I loved it. I don't know where it is now. Oh, this one is badass too. This is very Egyptian-like. I love it. Let me see. Where is it? I'm not making... Oh, this is a Kitsune type. So nice. I don't know where it is now. The tartan one. I keep thinking I have 2 pages because it's thick, but it's not 2 pages. Oh, here. And what I love is not only it has the tartan pattern, it looks like a shire. What is the name? I don't know. You know Angus from Merida? That's it. I love it. Look. They're like Angus from Merida. I completely forgot the name. And it's like my favorite horse on the entire planet. No, it's one of my favorite horses, but Gypsy Vanner is my favorite dream horse. But this is a close second, and I completely forgot the name. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. I absolutely love this. And she's so creative. I mean, can you see this? She turned anything into dragons, which is amazing. Dragon du Monde, it's amazing. I love this book. Next is Kirby Roseanne's Dark Fairy Tales. I was not going to buy this book. I don't do terror in anything like it, but there is something in it that made me buy it. It is, one of the tales is in Brazil. It's about a Brazilian lore, and I love it. Everything that brings up a little bit of that I really like, because we're so rich in culture and so little gets out there, you know. So I decided to buy it. I'm gonna buy and buy it, and I was already buying in Lireka, and it had a bit of a discount. I mean, it was a tad bit discounted, and I said, you know what, I'll get it. Also, is by Marabout, which is one of my favorite papers ever, and which is the same publisher that publishes Johanna Basford in France, and plenty of others, really. They are really, really good. Inic Hotier, and I think maybe Paul Brun as well. They're all published by Marabout, and the paper is divine, really. I love it. I do think they did change the paper between the last year or couple of years. I don't know, because one of the books I tried behaved really differently with my pencils, so I'm not sure. And I don't do a lot of horror, but I figured, you know what? I like Grimm tales the way they were created, not the cutesy Disney version. And a lot of these are based on Grimm tales, and also I think this is the one by Brazil, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Yara. I'm not sure if it's Yara, but there are two books of him that speak of Brazilian lore, and I love it. I think the other is Mythical Worlds. I'm not sure, but still. I said, you know what? This is not like gore kind of thing. This is just a tale that has a scary undertone to it. And I shouldn't, like, not buy something from an artist that I absolutely love just because of it, you know? And it's not like horribly scary kind of thing. You don't have a bunch of gory stuff. So I figured, you know what? I will just give this a try. And the art is amazing, right? I mean, scary or not, look at this. I think this is The Wizard of Oz, and it's amazing. This is very similar to something he had already done in Mythomorphia, in fact. It's almost, I would even dare saying almost identical. The only difference is that in his Mythomorphia, there is like a bunch of horses inside a hurricane. But, you know, look, it's pretty good. Also, another thing is, my Kirby Rosen's books are either Plume or Lom Arts, and they accept water, but they are, as far as I'm aware, a little less resistant than Marabout paper to water, some abuse with water mediums. I am a little bit over the top with my water mediums. I do tend to do lots of wet washes and way too many layers, and sometimes I'm not that patient and I do go on top without properly drying, so. But in that case, with my Mythomorphia one, I didn't. I was actually very patient. But my paper did start to peel, and I think it was a Plume one. Or a Lom Art one. I don't know, I don't remember. But I did buy this one. I was not about to at first, but Kirby is just amazing. His art is amazing. He's the artist that made me fall in love. Hannah Carlson and Kirby Rosan's were the ones that made me fall in love with coloring, because their art was so beautiful that I fell in love. So, you know, I wanted to support an artist that I like, especially in times of AI. So I definitely decided it would be a good idea to buy this one. I had already purchased this book in English, but that was not for me. It was for a friend, because she likes this blood and gore kind of thing. And she's not much of a colorist, but she's an artist, and I knew she was going through a bit of an art block kind of thing. And I figured, you know what? You like this stuff. So here it is, this book. Maybe you have some fun with it while dealing with your own creations art blocks. So maybe you can just put color to paper, don't have to create a theme. She does a lot of original work. So I figured, instead of thinking of an original work, just get something like this in color. You know, just get your minds off of things. And I don't know if she did or didn't, That's not the point. I just gave her an alternative. And I told her, if you don't want to color, I mean, I know you will like this because she's a very curious, interested girl. She's very young. She's like 17. She she goes to the same art school that I do, which is not like a college kind of thing. It's just learn how to draw thing. But she's really good. She's like, I don't know, miles ahead of me. Light years ahead of me. I don't know, but still. I had already purchased this in English, but not for myself, so I decided to get it for myself. Okay, this is it for Lireka haul, and I was so excited for these two. This is an AliExpress haul. I found this amazing Chinese bookstore in AliExpress, and they had these two books. I had already seen them before in AliExpress, but I didn't know anything about these books. And I thought they were maybe AI, but they were published way before machine learning and dabbling into art kind of thing, hijacking people's artistic creations. So that's the thing. I had already on my wish list for years, but I was afraid it would be AI, and I don't know, I was afraid. And then I was watching Annika's at Exy Fumbles, and she mentioned them, and she said she had them for many years. And I was like, okay, it cannot be AI. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna get them. They were very affordable for the price that I usually get books at. They were cheaper than any Rita Berman I ever bought. And Rita Berman is much smaller in footprint, right? Most of them. Because I bought the German ones. But this was really affordable compared to those. And the paper is insane. I mean, can you see this? Let me zoom you out a little bit, because these are really large books. Can you see it? I cannot see what you see. Let me get it. Yeah, okay. Look, also, the pages are numbered, so just so you have an idea, there are 119 illustrations in this book. This is stuff for a lifetime of coloring. I mean, I don't think anyone can color one page. Maybe something like this. Maybe not, really. Maybe something like this in one day, but most images here are very intricate, and they would not be too easy to color. So I think if someone only had this book and colored every day, I don't think that person could finish this book in 1 year. I mean, look. I don't know. This is, by the way, this is by Gelly. Here it says find color. I try to translate it, but it comes up with a whole different things, and so I'm not sure. But what I did understand from speaking to the seller is one of them is about tales, Chinese tales, and I think that's it, because they look like tales, you know. It looks like they're telling a story of sorts. Look, for instance, like this. I don't know what it is about. I really want to find out. If anyone knows, please let me know. Drop a comment or send me a DM on Insta. I don't know. Find me and help me figure out what those are, because I am in love with these. They are amazing. They're the most incredible art I have seen. Look, can you see this? There's a baby being gestated. Could she be like Mother Earth? I don't know. I have no idea. This is a flower, a lotus flower? I don't know. I don't know my flowers, guys. Oh, they're mini babies being gestated here. Wow. I don't know what it is, but it's so intricate and beautifully drawn. And yes, it is a bit kind of grayscale, but it's more like a sketch than grayscale. You can see the pencil lines. See? It's amazing. I am positive that this person draws on paper, not digitally, because there's no way this was done digitally. This one might have been. If she's anything like me, and I doubt she would be, but maybe, I think that's very common for many artists. But I usually draw on paper, and if I want to refine something, or something that will print, I take a picture or scan it and send it to my Procreate or whatever sketching app. Look at this, the texture and this skin crackling. And I think this is a spider web. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. Oh, this is the cover. Oh God, look. You know what this feels like to me? I don't want to say, well, Joseph Kattenbang is one that completely floored me when I first got in touch with his work, and it's the same feeling for me. The art is nothing like it. She's very unique. I have never seen a coloring book artist do this. This is akin to manhua, I think. I think that's how it's called. It's the drawing cartoony style of Chinese comic books, kind of. But it is so, like, this is very manhua, I think. But this doesn't feel like manhua. I don't know. This feels like a freaking masterpiece. And this is amazing. I just wish this was not, like, in both pages, because there's a lot that we lose from right here in the middle. And also the paper. Oh, guys, the paper. This is watercolor paper. I seriously believe this is watercolor paper. It is not heavy. Not by any means. I mean, it is heavy, but I would say like maybe 180 GSM. Not like 140 pound, 300 GSM watercolor paper, but I do think it's watercolor. It feels like it has sizing in it. That's why I think so, but I don't know. I need to play. It all arrived yesterday. So late in the afternoon, early evening, so I didn't get a chance to play with this one yet. And honestly, I will be honest, I feel very intimidated by this book. But there are some images here. Look, this, oh my God. I'm in love. I really like these. Also, there's something I want to show you guys. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, this is page 12 and 13. The thing is, there are a lot of double spreads here, which is also very intimidating. But many of the spreads are really open spaces in the other side, so it's good enough. Like here, look, oh my God. Also, you know, March of the Dragons by Vera at Zubira Art. This book has tons of it. And you know what else? This would also feel the prerequisite, I think, of Japanese coloring. Japanese Korean coloring 26. I think that's the hashtag by Annika and Maria. Color from Mother 3. Look. Oh my God. This is so beautiful. I love this type of art. Very reminiscent of traditional Chinese art. I think I would do this one. Also, she has the colored versions of this. So she had colored these. And I know this because... Let me see if I can find it. Yes, I found it. She sent me, and I am floored. As you can see, this is this. She has these cards. She has 111 cards. And can you see this? I don't know if it was the bookseller or the artist herself or himself. I have no idea if it's a guy or girl, but I would guess it's a girl, I mean. But look, amazing, amazing, amazing. Look at this. This is very tragic, but beautiful. Same here. Beautiful. Look at this, the romance thingy. Really pretty. And this is one. Find color. It's the red one. The one with the red thingy here. And this band is the red one. I don't love these bands, but I will keep it just because it makes it easy for me to know which book is which. This is Find Color. And this is Colorful Time. Also by Gugeli. And she's amazing. Guys, also, can you see this? Is this an autograph? Gosh, I hope it is. I have no idea what that is, but it's lovely. You know, it's the same writing, but for some reason it is mirrored. Could it just be that it faded into him? Oh yes, it is. That's exactly it, because it was written on pen. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, it's giving me goosebumps. Oh my god. Yes, definitely. See? Okay. Okay, I am officially in love. Is there a that's a poster. No, I cannot believe it. Is it a poster? Oh my god, guys, that's a poster. You could color and frame this. Oh my god. Let me try to... I'm gonna get you out of here for a second. I'm sorry if that's gonna give you headaches, but I cannot fit all of this in one frame. I'll try to be really, really slow. Can you see this? Guys, I am floored. I am, oh my god. I did not know that there was this poster in here, because I did receive a poster from them, but I didn't think there was another one in the book. Oh my god. Is this? It is stitch bound. Amazing. Oh my god. Okay. Look at this. This is heartbroken. This person looks miserable and desperate for some reason. Look. These arts are stunning. Stunning. Look. How can you even draw that many people? I think this was digitally drawn. Not AI, not Photoshop. I think this was just drawn on a drawing pad. This is amazing. I know one is about mythology and one is about, I think, deities, Chinese deities. I'm not sure, okay? And I don't know which one is which. I really don't know. These, oh, look at these kids. I make no promise about getting this information because I did look at it previously and I don't know. I didn't find much about it, nothing too specific. But I will look into it, and if I find something, I will put it on the video, as I always do. I also usually put on the video, not on the description, okay? Just to make it easy for people to get the information. I only put in description links. The channels I mentioned, I did tag them in my description, because I think it's only fair since I'm chatting about them. People have the right to know what's been chatted about them online, I think, especially if you are a content creator. What else? Yes, amazing. Look at this. Wow, is that a crane? I think cranes are so majestic. I'm a bit scared of birds, I will admit. But to my defense, the kind of huge regal birds we have here are like the harpy that are literally large enough to eat a child. So, and fierce enough to do the... Oh, this is the card. Yes, the lover's card. Beautiful, beautiful. And also, she does, I don't know if they are just gifts, these cards, because I received a bunch of them with my books. I'm not sure. Wow, this reminds me of, you know who? This, even this, the hair tie. This reminds me of Zuko from The Last Airbender, Avatar, The Last Airbender. Look, even the burn scar in the thingy. This could be maybe, I don't know, his sister's hands? I have no idea, but very Zuko to me. I wonder if Zuko was inspired by some mythology, because I think that The Last Airbender was based on a lot of regions and martial arts and traditions of China, so I do wonder. I do see many things here that also remind me a little bit of Japanese influence, but there are intersecting of cultures, so I could be wrong. Oh my god, look. There's a fox, it has to be. Look at this dragon. Yeah, you know what? This looks like Ang. Okay, now I am really intrigued. Where did I put my post-its? They were right here a minute ago. Great, I have no idea what I did with my post-its. Oh well. Oh, found it. If it was a snake, it would have bitten me. Okay, I will tag this. And I will also tag this. First of all, this fox is lovely. This girl is amazing. And this is very Ang-like to me. It really feels like that. And now I'm really interested into digging into this rabbit hole of Japanese lore and Chinese lore and mythology. I know a lot of Japanese mythology, but I don't know much about Chinese mythology. This looks like a phoenix. Could it be? I have no idea. I don't think I ever said I don't know and I have no idea as much as I did in this video. Oh, look at this. I've seen someone in one of my buddy groups. I think it was even the hashtag Japanese Korean coloring 26. I think this was colored by someone. And it was so beautiful. I don't remember who it was. If I find you on the group, I will give you a shout out with your IG, Instagram here, whoever you were. But it was so beautiful what she did. Oh my god, look at these. I am really intrigued now with the Last Airbender thing. I love these. They look like sketches. They look like they've been smudged, make with maybe charcoal or a really thick like 4B, 8B graphite. Oh, look at this hummingbird. The peacock. Oh my god, the peacock. I just wish this was single-sided because I would love to use alcohol markers on here. But I guess I will stick with watercolor. This is so relatable. It doesn't matter. I think you're from anything before the 2000s, you will probably feel very related to this. Because I know many schools now use computers and everything is digital, but this is very relatable as a child, to me at least. Passing notes during class. I am in love. I am in love. Oh my god, the doggies. I know Annika has this book. Annika, did you color this book? Oh my god. You should color this book. You should color this page in particular, because that's very you. Look at the doggy here on the back of the other one. You know what reminds me? I don't know if you know this, but there is a movie called The Dog Island. It's a short film. And it's about a boy that goes, I think, looking for his dog, and he's been taken away to be put in an island just full of dogs. I don't remember the whole plot, but it was something like this, and oh my god, it's amazing. This reminds me a whole lot of that, because the dogs really look like a family of sorts here. So I don't know, there's a lot of sadness in this page, very tragic. I would love to see Annika color in this book, especially this page, yes, but plenty of others. Amazing, amazing. I am in love, in love. Apparently there is another book by her. I don't know if this is a coloring book. I don't know, but it's interesting. I would need to use my translator to try to figure out. I will try to find information about it. If you're interested, here it is, the ISBN. I found one of these books available on Amazon. They did not deliver to Brazil, but I did find it on Amazon.com if you're interested. But I don't know which one it was, if it was the red or the green one. So if it was Color for Time or the defined color one, I don't know. But can you see this? Oh my god, I am in love. I am in love. These two are the main reasons I wanted to show you these, the whole, because I was really hoping to get the last two books, because I'm not buying books like crazy, you know. The only book I pre-ordered this year was Tales from the Castle Ruins by Hannah Carlson, and it's Fantasy World? I'm not sure. It's the one by Emily Liederhaug Oberg that will launch this year still. I didn't order any other books this year. These are stuff that is arriving from last year, because sometimes things take months to get here. This one I ordered in the last week of... no, this one was this year. I'm lying to you. I ordered this in January 2nd this year. Okay. So... what? January 2nd? Yeah, I think so. It was right after New Year's, so it could be January the 1st. I'm not sure. But it took a while to get here because of the holidays and everything. And oh my god, I am in love with this book. But as I was saying, I didn't buy anything new, because I did order lots of books last year. So this year, I don't feel the need to. There are only 3 books I really want. 3 or 4 books, no, there are 4 books, sorry, that I really want. Is the A Million Dragons by Lulu Mayo. I didn't order it yet because I don't think it's available yet. I ordered Tales from the Castle Ruins by Hannah Carlson, Fantasy World, and the Magic... I didn't pre-order that one, I just want that one. The Magic Library? The Magic Bibliotheca? I'm not sure. Is one by Maria Trolle. And there is another one that I... pre-order. Yes, Kirby Rosan's is going to launch a book this year, and I already put the pre-order on iMusic. And that's it. I did not, and they will come at different times of the year, so that's a whole new story. But these were from just the beginning of the year. I'm considering them from last year. And there are 2 books by Mythographic that didn't arrive, Wild Summer and Wolf Moon. I wanted to wait for them, but at this point I'm considering them lost because I ordered them in October, I think. Or no, September, October, November. I think November. And I just... they didn't arrive, and there is no date, estimated date of arrival, you know, and... I don't know. There are 2 of them that also have no estimated date, and they did arrive, but they arrived completely damaged, soaked in water. Literally, there was water inside the package because the delivery person was so... I'm not gonna say any bad words, but... that it just put inside a box and threw in my yard in the rain, and obviously the box filled with water, and so did the envelope with the book in it. That was mythical. It was by Stratton Peterson. You know what? Why am I not showing you? Hold on. It is my only book by Stratton Peterson. I'm not even sure I showed it last year, last whole video, because it was really damaged. I don't know. Can you see it completely melted the binding, and it's all wrinkled and it's stained because it was swimming in a pool of water, and it came all the way to the back. There are stains in the back. It didn't ruin the binding in the back. The binder got ruined up the way to kind of 1/3, 2/3 of the, let me see here, all the way to here is completely stained. And I did try to complain, but because there is no date of arrival, I cannot complain. It says I should have gotten in touch within 48 hours, so the time expired. But I contacted on the day it arrived, but because there is no date of arrival on the website, it doesn't consider that I did it on a timely manner. And because it was super late, almost 6 months late, then I can't complain. I cannot even complain to Amazon. I don't know why, but now I just can't complain to them. It's Amazon Brazil, by the way. It's not Amazon.com or .co.uk. It's Amazon Brazil that is giving me this headache. And there was another one. It was Eddie. It's one I've been wanting for so long. And when it didn't arrive last year, I was heartbroken because I could not find that book anywhere else. I tried Etsy. I tried Aladdin. It's an Eddie book. Let me see if I can grab it. And I know a lot of people don't like this series of her. This is a Tracing Around the World series. Because people say, oh, the lines, it's supposed to trace. I think the original idea is for you to trace it. Because the line is really faint. It's supposed to use ink, an ink marker or something, and trace it. Because it's tracing around the world. I think that's what it's called. But I don't care. And I don't want to trace it. I just want to color in it. And I know a lot of people say that this is, let me put you in the regular zone because this is in the panoramic one. Okay. Look. A lot of people say, oh, the lines are super faint. They are faint, and in camera they look more faint than they really are, but they're not that faint. If you have a decent lamp by your table, it shouldn't be completely out of the realm, you know, of the possibilities to color in it. I don't know why anyone would think that, really, but I had the number 2 and number 3, the volume 1 and 3. I did not have these yet. And I love Eddie. I really love her. I really should color more on her. But then again, not enough time. This reminds me of Shell. She loves Kenya. She was brought up in Kenya, and this is so pretty and cute. I wonder if she colored the page. Shell, did you color this page? Shelly, if you're watching this, which you probably are not, but I will tag you just so you can check this page out, because I don't know if she has this book. Most people don't like the Tracing Around the World series, exactly because it's really faint line, but it's not that faint, I swear. It's just, it leans greenish a little bit. And it's like someone put the opacity of the lines after scanning at 50%. But it's not horribly, you know, invisible, like, it's not. It's really okay. And when you color, the lines do disappear, which I love, because it gives a more whimsical feel, in my opinion. It's the whole reason I bought this book, really. It's amazing. Oh, I love it. I really love it. And I was so upset that I was not going to get it. And it did come a little bit damaged here. It did get wet here. And I don't even know. Yeah, I was going to say it's not only glue bound, but it is. Unfortunately, it is only glue bound. But it wasn't too damaged. I mean, there is some damage here. But it's very small. The same here. Luckily for me, this one was on top of the other one, of the Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. And that kind of saved this book, which I'm really glad, because I could somewhat easily, not too easily, because for some reason these books, Stratton Peterson books, are not sent to Brazil. So I had to, it's really rare to find one that ships to Brazil. And when I found this, I bought Luna and Mr. Animals. Luna was not delivered. There was some problem at customs. I have no idea what it was. But this one, I could not find it anywhere else. I was in contact with the sellers that sell these in Etsy. I buy from a store in Japan, but it's from another app. It's Shopee, and I contacted all of them, and they all had the Tracing Around the World volume 2 and 3, but not the 1. So I was really sad when I realized it was probably not going to arrive. And when I got home and this was here, oh my god. I was crying, literally. And I'm not I don't usually cry. Well, I don't know. I say I don't usually cry, but ever since I started getting to this perimenopause stuff, I just I think it's making me more emotional than usual. But I did cry because there was a little bit of damage and there was some moist in the back. I think I managed to fix most of it, but yeah, it's no longer visible, I think. I did press it, I did a bunch of stuff, but it was only this dust jacket. Everything else was pretty much intact. So I think, yeah, nothing else got damaged. But when I saw that it was moist on the back, I was really heartbroken, and I thought, oh my god, I cried because I was so happy that it arrived, and I cried because I really thought the damage would be worse. But then I found out it wasn't, and this was just amazing. Really, I'm in love. Again, these books are not new. This is just new to me, and they are all stuff I bought alongside the whole year of 2025, and many of them are somehow, by some miracle, arriving still. Many of them I had already considered lost the money, lost the order, lost everything, because I cannot even get in touch with Amazon to complain, because they keep saying I need to wait until the item is delivered, but there is no timetable, and when I complain, then it just, I don't know, it's a mess. I think something happened in Amazon Brazil. I think when they came to Brazil, because this is fairly new, it's been like a year and a half, that Amazon Brazil even started to exist, or 2 years maybe. And I think they hired a shipping company, a third-party shipping company, and I think whoever this shipping company is, and I think it was TEX, a delivery or shipping company, I'm not sure. And I think they couldn't handle the amount of orders, because all of these that didn't arrive or are arriving extremely late were shipping and being transported and delivered by this TEX company. But now, when I am arriving, the TEX company logo, the sticker on the label on the package, has another company sticker on top. If you flash a light on, you can see the tag beneath it, the sticker, the label, but there's another one. It's no longer TEX. So I think they could not handle, so now they hired another one, and now I think this other company is probably getting the stuff that weren't delivered, or tracking it down and then try to deliver. That's why I think this mess is happening. But I do feel really upset that there is a incredible amount of lack of transparency from Amazon Brazil. They never informed us that there was an issue with the order. They just, the estimated date of arrival just disappeared and replaced by a message. There is no estimate date of delivery for this item at this moment. Wait for new developments, and then nothing changes. Stuff just either don't arrive or arrive months afterwards. So that's why I suspect this is what's happening. But they could have informed us. They could have given the option to have our money returned and redo the order, maybe. I don't know. But they did not do that, and I feel that's very sketchy, very disloyal and non-transparent of them as a company, unfortunately. I have been trying to get my books elsewhere anytime that I can. If it's, for example, if iMusic has it, if Lireka has it, I'm buying from them every time that I can, because the prices are competitive. And at least I can speak to someone. I can email them. And in Brazil, they implemented this stupid AI stuff. It's not just a bot. It's a really AI-powered chat. And if I don't provide the information they want, they don't send me to an attendant, which is the date of arrival and delivery. When I look at my orders on Amazon, they still don't show this as delivered. They still say there's no estimate time of delivery, so I cannot even open a complaint about it. And I even tried opening a complaint about another order just to see if I could speak to someone, and I can't. I just can't. So I found that very frustrating, really. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm digressing here. This was my haul. Let me bring all the books. Just for a quick recap, it's Dragon du Monde, Conte de l'Ombre. I think ombre is like shadow? Darkness? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's supposed to be dark fairy tales by Kirby Rosens, Dragons du Monde, A Million d'Animaux de Mer, Un Million de Bébés Animaux, Le Petit Carré Japon, which was a bit disappointing, but still useful, I guess. And Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson, in case I hadn't shown in the last one. And also Tracing Around the World, Volume 1 by Eddie. Just in case. Is there anything else? No, I think not. Oh yes, my Gugeli ones, of course. And these are my loved Gugeli ones. I love them. This is Color for Time and Find Color. I will try to link this one from AliExpress because it's really affordable compared to, I think, the rain version. That's the one I found on Amazon. And they shipped relatively fast. It took a while to get here, but that's because of Brazilian customs. It was stuck in customs. But they actually shipped either in the same day or the next day, and it should have been here in 10 or 15 days. But it was stuck in customs, and after it was sent to the post office, and the post office kind of lost it. This one. And they were helping me the whole time to try to track them, and they figured out where it was, and they were able to give me a contact information for me to talk to the post office and give them more information to try and find my address, because I don't know why they didn't. It wasn't delivered correctly. Everything else from AliExpress was delivered correctly. It was a post office and customs issue. This one was not on AliExpress's fault, nor the seller. I think it's Bookstore Global, YP Bookstore Global. I'm not sure, but there are two bookstores that are just regular bookstores. They just sell books that I buy regularly from AliExpress, and one came from each, and they've both been very helpful to me in tracking them down. That's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Thank you for your time. If you like this haul, if you like the video, please click the like button, comment, because I love to chit chat in the comments. If you know people that would like this video, feel free to share, but I think the most important part to me is the comments, because I love getting to know people and chit-chatting about it. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and see you in the next one. Bye!